Great Gatsby era, those interiors in the house that they used was totally Art Deco. Forget about the house. Let's talk about the outfits. Deco-inspired outfits, you know, with the hats and this and that. Those ladies, they knew how to flap it. The Miami Beach Art Deco district, you're going to find all the pastel colors, curved lines, and symmetry. It's all there. But why this style feels so connected is because it also goes with your luxury coastal living. A feature wall with a geometric pattern that has that symmetry.
What most people get wrong about interior design might surprise you. After 4 decades across styles and cultures, one thing is clear. Most spaces don't fail on style, they fail on solution. In this series, you'll see real solutions you can use. So stop guessing and let me teach you how it's done. The Design Authority.
Welcome to Design Authority. And guess what? Today, we're going to talk about one of my favorite styles. Can you guess what that might be? Oh yes, Art Deco. Why? Why do I love Art Deco? Well, maybe because it's glamorous, it's fabulous, it's got so much history, more than you knew. But today you will know more about it because I'm going to tell you all about it, where it came from, where was it used, what was inspiring this vibe throughout, really from the 1920s through the 1930s. And honey, wait until you hear what I got to say. Oh yes, back in the 1920s, 1930s, it actually began. It's a new movement that came from Paris. Yes, in Paris. And it's called, let me see if I can pronounce this, Le Décorative Art Deco. I don't speak French, but you look it up. You're going to love it. And that is where it exploded. It started in Paris. Oh yeah, where fashion happens. But now we're talking form, shape, and incredible finishes, which is what I actually love about. That exhibition in Paris showcased completely new way of thinking about design. It was modern, luxurious, no wonder I love it, and forward-looking. Instead of traditional ornate European styles, Art Deco embraced the machine age, industrial progress, speed, travel, and innovation. It spread so quickly across the world, from Paris all the way to New York and Miami, and it actually became the signature look of luxury, optimism, and modern living. One of the most iconic examples, the Chrysler Building, a perfect symbol of power, precision, and glamour. That's what I'm talking about. So, did you ever wonder why Art Deco became so popular? Well, there's a few reasons, and the one that I know is because after the hardships of war, people wanted beauty, luxury, a sense of the future. Art Deco delivered all of that. It wasn't just design, it was a lifestyle statement, especially after going through those wars. But today, Art Deco remains one of the most desirable styles because it combines, again, like I was saying, luxury and structure, drama and elegance, timeless personality, like me. But it's especially loved in luxury interiors because it photographs beautifully, it feels curated and intentional, it instantly elevates any space. Even if you just use little touches of Art Deco, I'm not saying you go all out with a total Art Deco and feel like you're in the Great Gatsby area. Even though that wouldn't be so bad, would it? So little touches of that Art Deco will certainly elevate your home. Let's talk about some examples. Geometry is everything. Art Deco is defined by bold shapes, zigzags, chevrons, sunbursts, and stepped forms. One of my favorite, those Art Deco fans. I actually want to take one of those fans and just fan myself. Also, symmetry creates power. Spaces are balanced and structured. It feels organized, intentional, and more than anything, luxurious. And last but not least, it celebrates modern materials. One of my favorite, lacquered mirrors, polished metals, and chrome. And they started out in those days because they were revolutionary then. Now we actually take it for granted, but those finishes, honey, we gotta bring them in again, elevating that style and decor in any home. By the way, black and gold and high contrast was one of the best things to do when it comes to Art Deco, even if you add touches of that. So the classic Art Deco palettes are dramatic, so definitely black and gold, and let's not forget the deep jewel tones. One of my favorite deep jewel tones is peacock. Oh yeah, we're talking peacocks here with the feathers spread out. That's one of the things that Art Deco used throughout. And guess what? You can just add a peacock here and there and you're getting that peacock effect, that Art Deco effect, I'll say, with the blue, royal blue, that green. Oh my God, I just finished a fabulous home in St. Andrews Country Club. And let me tell you, that home with the Decor Diva episode number 4, you gotta watch it. It's a no way to miss. It's one of the hottest Decor Diva episodes, all because it's Art Deco. No one realizes how much Art Deco is sought throughout the world. Art Deco was inspired by global cultures. Oh yes, I'm talking global. Cultures such as Egyptian culture, African and Asian influences shaped the patterns and the motifs, especially after archaeological discoveries. In addition, it reflects the machine age. There are clean lines and repetition, which were inspired by factories, trains, and industrial design. Because you got to remember that Art Deco came after Art Nouveau, where everything was organic forms. But now, because we have machines, we were able to reproduce perfect patterns. Art Deco is also tied to architecture as much as interiors. Yes, it sure is. The architecture matters as much as the interiors, if not more. If you go down to South Beach, the Art Deco district, you will notice all those preserved Art Deco buildings. And if you notice the colors, oh my God, those pastels. Just drive down to South Beach, the Art Deco district in Miami, and it will show you the different shapes and forms that I'm talking about here within the Art Deco era. At the end of the day, Art Deco is all about statement pieces, my kind of language. Anything from a chandelier to bold headboards. Every room needs focal points. I've been saying this for how long? Yes, focal points, and Art Deco will give you that, in addition to a lot of glamour and drama. Let's also not forget that you can mix the Art Deco with today's modern textures and finishes and create unique patterns. Use it on a backdrop wall. Whatever you do, a little touch of Art Deco will definitely bring you a touch of class, style, glamour, and let's not forget history. In addition to fabulous forms, shapes, and geometric shapes, did you know that because of the metallic materials you use, lighting will be a big key. So you light up certain elements from the Art Deco. Example, you're dealing with a Bombay chest. No, forget it. Example, you're dealing with a fabulous Deco style chest, let's say in a metallic finish with a silver leaf. Imagine bringing in a Lalique chandelier. So now you're mixing a matte glass. You all know what Lalique is, right? Lalique was very big in the Art Deco era. As might as well look up the Lalique, beautiful sculptures and beautiful lighting. That's a true. I mean, if I have to choose an Art Deco, I'm going with Lalique. Then You take the metallic materials and light them up. Always important because I'm always talking about jewelry. But what better things to light up than metallic shiny? The shapes, the textures, and all of that. Now, if you had to think of your favorite movie that will be in the Art Deco era, which one would that be? Well, I certainly got mine. The Great Gatsby. Let's not forget about the Great Gatsby era. Those interiors in the house that they used was totally Art Deco. Forget about the house. Let's talk about the outfits. Deco-inspired outfits, you know, with the hats and this and that. Those ladies, they knew how to flap it. The flappers, and then in the 30s, continued with the colors and the shapes throughout their home. That really was drama, glamour, and style. If I had to tell you what cities Art Deco was mostly featured back then, and even now, I'm going to go with definitely Paris and New York. You go and walk around Paris, you're going to find a lot of Art Deco buildings and for sure interiors. They're using it because Paris is the fashion capital. And then, of course, New York. Just think of the Chrysler building where Godzilla, oh wait, it wasn't Godzilla. I confused my big monsters. Oh, he wasn't really a monster, was he? You mean King Kong? Yes, where King Kong was hanging out, you know, in the Chrysler building. But very importantly, more than that, Miami Beach, like I mentioned. The Miami Beach Art Deco district, you're going to find all the pastel colors, curved lines, and symmetry. It's all there. But why this style feels so connected is because it also goes with your luxury coastal living. Let's put the architecture aside. But what goes inside those fabulous buildings? Your interiors, where you live, where you enjoy, where you touch and feel. What is it that we need in our home to get all of those Art Deco elements? Well, for starters, the colors. The colors are important. Colors such as teal, purples. You know what? Let's just go with all the jewel tones. You could go pastels, but lots of color. You're not going to find a neutral Art Deco. You're going to find colorful Art You're going to find colorful Art Deco design in all your interiors. And let's just say you really will live your life in color within those interiors. In addition, you will find bold headboards, feature walls with lots and lots of geometric patterns. That is what makes the whole room. Definitely some mirror panels. For sure, rich fabrics like velvet and high contrast color palettes, like I said, as well as pastels. But there's something very important I need to bring up. Art Deco is not about just filling a room. It's about curating each room. Every piece matters. Every piece has presence. And then there is Arte. Have you guys heard of that fabulous artist, Arte? Unbelievable. He had all those women with sculptures. I used to collect Artes, the actual bronzes. People are collecting prints and they're collecting lithographs of Arte. I mean, Arte was the one that was making the front cover of glam magazines. Vogue, Strike a Pose. Oh yes. So fashion and interiors, like I'm always saying, they are connected. So Artes can be a piece here and a piece there in your home. I've also created etched glass that's lit up. It looks like Lalique of an Arte, just fabulously standing there, very statuesque, because that's what Art Deco is. I think of Art Deco, instantly I think Arte. I think Lalique. I think architecture such as Miami Beach and the Chrysler Building. And then, of course, Paris. So fashion and interiors in the Art Deco is a major thing to consider. That is the statement, the glamour, and the look we all want at one point, don't we? So people are always asking me, Perla, If there was 5 to 10 things that I could do to my home to elevate it, and I do want to bring in a touch of Art Deco, what would those be? Oh, no brainer. Well, of course, number one, a feature wall with a geometric pattern that has that symmetry, the shapes, whether you go with straight geometric or with fans and curves. But that one feature wall, it could be a mural, it could be a hand painted wall, it could be a wallpaper. That one feature wall will already do that, even if you don't go crazy with the furniture in front. Number two, there is that false statement of the jewelry. Imagine having an Art Deco style chandelier here and there that looks real. It could be a reproduction. No need to go with a real Lalique if you don't have the budget, but you can still get that flavor and tone. That alone will represent the Art Deco glamour that you see in the great Gatsby mansion. Number three, honey, get a fabulous velvet sofa, but make a statement with it. Go with an emerald green velvet sofa or a royal blue. Peacock colors, bring those in. You don't have to bring in real peacocks and them going, no, no, no. Just bring their colors throughout. Little peacock feather wouldn't hurt, would it? Number four, let's not forget about those fabulous, gorgeous, magnificent lacquered finishes. Even if you bring in a little cocktail table and then table or a little chest here and there. Lacquer is a true Art Deco historical finish, right? Number five, you know I'm always saying, mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the greatest of them all? Well, yes, we need the mirrors, but not your typical way. Get those mirrors beveled in geometric shapes, inserted into a panel. Wow, what an effect! It'll look like diamonds. It'll look like it's just depth and dimensionally done within your architecture. Bring in the Art Deco patterns and either bevel that style or even if you sandblast it. Number six, let's say you're all done and you don't really want to redo things, but how about bringing a little sculptural Art Deco style tea cart that you can move around? Back in the day, that's what they used to do. They used to put their tea, their coffee with those Art Deco tea carts. Those are fun pieces to have. Wouldn't you have that? You can make it a bar too, you know. You can move from one room to another. There's your Art Deco movable bar. Why not? And last but not least, 8. If you need more, come back for part 2 of Art Deco. But for sure, and last but not least on this episode, because there's others, okay, is Erte sculptures. It doesn't matter if you go with the original Erte signed and number, but there's so many reproductions of those glamour, fashionable, Vogue style women that have the Art Deco style outfits, and it just adds that touch. And if it's not a sculpture, it can also be a print or something inspired by Erte. Art Deco. Art Deco is a popular, glamorous way of designing. Many people worldwide continue doing so because of its class, because of the statement, because of the glamour and fashion, and it's also going to, guess what? Stand the tests of time. Stay tuned for our next episode on Design Authority because I decided I'm going to share and teach all of you all the different periods. So much to learn. Oh my goodness, no wonder they call me the multicultural designer. See you next time.
Thank you for watching, and never, please never miss my designer secrets and tips. I've acquired these in over 4 decades. Why should you have to spend 4 decades learning these with your own what to do or what not to do? I will show you, I will inspire you, I will even teach you what you need to do for a beautiful home, to give it that luxury touch, to give it that unique touch and make it your own.